Hey viewers and viewers, my name is John Red Strategist and welcome back to Sir You're Being Hunted. This is episode 306. Now, last episode of course we did two experiments rather, in one episode. Experimented a little bit with the old sea beast and how far we could actually swim out from shore. And we also experimented with the riders. Can we actually land on top of them and can they sort of carry us around? Basically the answer to those was, in respect to the rider, no, it appears you can't do that. In respect to the sea beast though, you can swim sometimes pretty far out, it appears. And whether there's an edge to the ocean, well, we're not entirely sure. I imagine there probably is, but we weren't able to get towards it. Then again, I only tested it out a couple of times. But of course, we're moving on from this one now. Previously, I hinted that I had an idea for an experiment I could do with the landowner. Basically just using the angel mod, seeing if I accumulate as many weapons as possible and then just try and empty everything into him. Sadly, that experiment is not going to happen. So, as promised, I went away, had a look around on my computer, in all my kind of directories, just to see if I had the Angel mod lying around anywhere. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it, so I'm assuming I don't have it. It may be that unfortunately the last time I had Angel mod was on my old computer, not on my current PC, so unfortunately I don't have it. Though it may be worth me hooking up my old PC at some point, just to see if maybe there are some files on there that I could try transferring across, because you never know, that could be a thing that's worth checking, because I still have my old PC and all that. So yeah, at the moment, Angel mod, I don't have it on my current PC, so at present it's looking like it's not going to happen. But then again, if I get a chance, I will try reconnecting my old PC and just see if maybe I have the Angel mod saved over on there, and maybe if I can transfer it across. If not, then unfortunately that'll suck. But it's I'll check that out in my own time at some point. Don't know when that'll be, but I'll try and get it done as soon as possible. So if that's not going to happen, instead we're just going to move on and do something different. Now, this thing that we're going to do is not so much an experiment or a challenge, it's just kind of me going over the game, having a look around. Now, I think I've done something like this before. What we're going to do is just a literature hunt, basically, ladies and gents. And because I'm pretty sure I've done a literature hunt before in terms of finding books, finding letters, things that reveal the backstory behind Sir You're Being Hunted. But having said that, I don't know if I've ever really found everything in that regard. And actually, it's been so long since I last did that I actually can't really remember too much of what the backstory behind the Sir You're Being Hunted world actually was. So that's what we're going to do over the coming episodes, everybody. A nice, just laid-back little exploration. So I've generated a new map, as you can see, here in the game. I'm just going to take a bit of time to explain how I've done that. Obviously, I've maximised villages, large structures, stuff like that. I've also tweaked the robot spawn settings as well. The only robots that are going to be spawning are the scarecrows, because sometimes when you kill them, you actually find they have books and things on them. So that might just increase the spawn rate of certain literature. Maybe. I don't know. Something else actually I did tweak in the biome generation settings, and I'm sure people obviously who have will have noticed this, but one of the options when you're creating biomes is region size, and you can actually tweak that. Now I don't think I've ever actually tweaked that before whenever I've customized the biome on an island, because normally it has three options: small, medium, large, and normally I just go with medium. I don't actually really know what that option actually does. So for this particular map, I've actually set all the region sizes of all 5 islands to large. So, I don't know, just judging by the name of it, my guess is maybe it increases the size of the islands. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure. I've never actually experimented with that, so I don't really know what it does. As you can see, I'm starting off as the artist starting kit. So, we're going to put a few things together. I mean, trombone and all that. So you see, I chose this one because obviously it starts with a book in its pocket. So we'll read that in a second, because that might be something relatively interesting. Usually it's the letters, I think, though. They're the ones that tend to set out some of the backstory of the Sir You're Being Hunted world. But let's check, actually, what is in this one. The Robot and the Fool. After a while, however, the robot saw a stir in the direction of the farm they had left, and he quickly perceived that the loss of the goose was known, and that the farmer and his men were in pursuit of the thief. So, hastily picking up the goose, he overtook the fool and pressed it into his arm, saying, "Dear friend, pardon a passing ill humour, of which I sincerely repent. Are we not partners in good luck and ill? I was wrong, dear friend, and in token of my penitence, the goose shall be yours alone. And here are a few plums with which you may refresh yourself by the wayside. As for me, I will hasten on to the next farm and see if I can beg a bottle of wine to wash down the dinner, and drink to our good fellowship." And before the fool could thank him, the robot was off like the wind. There we go. Interesting story. I don't know if I've seen that before. What I'm probably actually going to do is as follows. I'm going to... Hold on, if I get a pencil, just a sheet of paper here, I might actually write down things that I actually come across so that I actually remember. Because obviously this current experiment, or whatever you want to call it, is going to span multiple episodes. I might as well actually just make a note of every book and every letter I actually come across. Certainly the letters I know have numbers to them, so you can sort of use those to work out if there are any you've missed. So the Robot and the Fool, that's the one we've just looked at. So that just sounds more like an actual story than anything else. Okay, right, so we've read that one. That's good. Let's move on and see if we can find any others. So we're just going to basically explore through the villages. What might also be worth me doing, in fact, is locating maybe a big building somewhere, just to see if perhaps there is maybe a location I can use as a base point, so I can just dump all books and letters I've accumulated so far. Now it looks like there is a large building kind of up sort of north of my position, so it might be worth me turning slightly to the left and going in this direction and seeing where I end up. If we attract a few scarecrows, it won't matter too much, since they can't hurt me, and they are, like I say, the only robot that's going to be spawning. Okay, there's one right there. Hold on, what's the big building? Okay, he has actually seen me. Wow, he actually disappeared. Yeah, I know you're behind me, mate. You're not going to be able to do anything about it, though, are you? Yes, you just stay back there, please. There we go, he's back. Okay, this wasn't a large building, was it? It was just a friggin' shitty little cottage. Oh, never mind. Unless it's referring to the giant priory over there. Alright, well, we'll do some exploration anyway. If I can get a torch, that would actually be ideal, wouldn't it? Hatchet? Yeah, I'll take a hatchet, because actually a weapon will do us fine, in case we need to chop down a scarecrow or two. Okay, so we'll keep hold of this. Hatchet's not the best for taking out scarecrows, but it's better than nothing, I guess. We can always swap it out for guns, or get some guns, that is, rather. Well, let's explore some villages and see if we can find some stuff around here. Obviously, this is a kind of rural biome, or customised rural biome, essentially, so all the villages should be interconnected with one another, that is. Just going to eat that cat food, because I can. Check, of course, the back doors first, along this row. Oh, I was getting stuck on something there. Don't need bandages, because nothing can hurt me. Alright. Here we are. Apologies, I will try and get my hands on a torch as soon as I can, because obviously otherwise people are not going to be able to see all that much. Alright, let's check these side. Hold on, was there a door on this side? This building here? Was that the one I just looked in? Might not have been, I don't know. Right, let's check the front of the buildings. Ah, torch, there you go, see? Right, switch to number 3. Lovely. Right, so now we're a bit more well lit. Doth anybody see any letters, books, anything in that regard? We've got the Robot and the Fool already, which is pretty good. Nice little start there. See, it's always worth starting as the artist. You get good stuff. Right, check the front doors on these ones. Let's get some extra food as well. Might as well actually check the back doors whilst we're here. Nothing in that one. Back door on this one. Can pie, I'll have it. Because why the hell not? So I'm trying to also cast my mind back and work out what the storyline or the backstory to the Sir You Being Hunted world actually was. I vaguely recall elements of it. Wasn't it something to do with there were a couple of... Obviously our character who we're playing as is kind of like a slightly amateur scientist. Because obviously the whole idea is he created a device, or he or she, depending on if you're playing as Sir or Madame. So the story is your character is the victim of an experiment gone wrong that's transported them into this world. But I recall that in the sort of overarching backstory to the Sir world, there are a couple of other scientist characters who also, I think, actually may have been inhabitants of this world. And did they... I can't remember. They were experimenting with kind of standing stone circles, weren't they? That was what they were doing, as far as I remember. Okay, the village we just raided there was shoddy cheating in the walls. Ooh, okay, right. Maybe we could put a marker on this map just to signify that we've been here. Okay, drop marker 1 there to say we've been up on this kind of end over here. Right, so yeah, there's a lot of village areas here. I'm guessing the region size option on the biome customization screen at the main menu basically is just increasing the sizes of the islands. Sorry, I'm getting gas coming up my throat from my tea. Right, now we need to check out Bishop's Harpington in the Wold. This is going to be quite a big one, isn't it? Well, let's explore front doors first. Nothing there. We'll do the back doors, of course, in a second. Nothing in that one. Nothing in that one. Yeah, I like I say, I think from what I mentioned a moment ago, that, if I remember correctly, is the basic backstory of the Sir You Being Hunted world. Though I can't remember exactly whether I've got that correct or not. But I don't think I'm too far off the mark, am I? Yes. Yeah, so again, it's nice to maybe just repeat this experiment. Oh, hello, we have a letter. Okay, we're going to take that. We'll read that in a second, just as soon as I've done the front doors. I've done this one as well. So that way I've done the front doors of this side of the town. Alright, let's... God, sorry for spamming my inventory there. Right, let's see. This is letter 10. Okay. Let me just get my sheet of paper and just make a note of that number. So, if I put 10 over there. So if there's a letter 10, that means there's 9 others preceding this one, which obviously we need to find. Okay, so letter 10, to the resident. You're receiving this letter because you've fallen behind in your water registration. This one does feel familiar. I've probably read this before. If you wish to continue receiving water, then you must prove that you are not able to collect water for yourself from a nearby pump or standing water source such as a lake or ditch. You are required to attend a mandatory water fetching evaluation session, which will begin at 6 AM on the 3rd of February at Hacklespry, Thome. Please bring your certificate of Britishness with you to avoid slowing down the documentation process. Ah, yes, in this era of Brexit and all that. Indeed, we need that. Please note let's probably just say you once, you will be subject to spot checks by an untrained intern. Yeah, that feels very familiar. I think I have read that particular letter before. Right, so we've checked out the front doors there. Let's check out the back doors on this row here. We'll pick up some ammo whilst we're at it in case we decide to start bumping off some scarecrows. Mushrooms, I'll just eat those as we are now. Stout, I'll drink it now, just to get us to full capacity there. Ooh, take me some pickled eggs, lovely. Okay, so just on the subject of Sir You Being Hunted's backstory again, because I'm just thinking about it. So obviously the whole kind of thing, the whole shebang with the Sir You Being Hunted world is of course the thing about standing stones being areas where there are rifts between worlds and whatever else have you, sort of weak points between universes. So I can't remember, with the robots, where do they kind of come into the story? Because obviously, the robots are all in this world, or should be, if I, left their settings, their spawn settings as usual. So of course, do they come from this world in which we're in now, or was the storyline that they actually come from another world? I actually can't remember. I can't quite remember, because obviously, there's the other two scientists who I believe I remember. They were experimenting with rifts between universes as well, something like that. And was the storyline something along the lines of they opened up a world where the robots came through from? I think. Like I say, I can't quite remember exactly, but I feel like that could be what it was. Right. Some of these buildings are kind of generating within each other. Like this one, which normally would have a back door, but that's generated across it, which is creating a few problems. You see something as generated through the window there, which is not ideal. So yeah, I can't... Oh no, that's the... Is that the back door of that building, or a different one? I don't know. We'll check it anyway. Okay, there's nothing in that one. So we've done back doors and front doors on this street here. So what we want to do next is go around here and start... we'll go and do these ones first, actually, because there's only a smallish section of them. Okay, do front doors, then do back doors as usual. So many branches of Warple and Tat around here, which is interesting. Nothing in that one. This one. No. They are quite rare, aren't they? Do I still have that book? Yeah, I do still have the book. I need to find a point where I can deposit everything. There's another village over there. There's the standing stones over there. Right. So we're kind of looping around a bit. Let's see now. I don't need that torch switched on. What am I doing? Was there not a back door on this one? Or have I completely blanked it and missed it like an idiot? Is it around this side? Oh, it's there. Ah, there's another letter. Okay. Right, what's this one? Letter 21. Okay, we've gone much, much further. Let me just make a note of that. So letter 21. I think I recognise this one as well. Yes, this is human name Jasper. This is your father and not a machine. I'm replying to your paper message in order to insist on your return to home address. Do not be alarmed by the lack of villagers, they are all on holiday. They got a cheap package deal and is nice in Spain at this point in the cycle around the sun. Please return home unarmed, or unarmed rather. You are in no danger of being destroyed. Please eat this letter after reading. Your digestive juices will conceal any evidence your, full stop, dad, full stop. Oh yes, definitely not suspicious at all. Right, so that's we've got letters 10 and 21 so far. We'll just hold on to them for the moment. Okay, now let's get back. Just as well I came round and found that doorway again, otherwise we'd have lost that letter, or rather missed it. Let's keep going. Around here, around hither, I'll get more revolver ammo. Right, luckily we're here again. Obviously that's where we need to go next, I do think. We did the front doors, what am I doing? Go back round. Typically I think the letters do tend to be in the front doors of the buildings, don't they? Though it is probably worth me just checking absolutely everything to be completely sure. Okay, right. Let me just look at the map. So we are here facing that direction. So obviously if we were to go out that way, hold on, let me just look at the map again. We would come to another village, and it looks like there is another village off from that, up here towards the sort of northwest, but also another spoke that goes down to the south. Okay, right, well, we won't go there just yet, I don't think. We'll go over and do this side. But then again, there's a lot of buildings around there, isn't there? Okay, we'll tell you what we'll do. We'll drop another marker, I think, to show that we've been here. Or rather, that we're at this point. Okay, looking in. Oh, revolver, yes, give me that, because I'll use it to take out scarecrows if need be. Going around here then. No, there was nothing in there. What am I doing? Front doors, nothing there. Nothing in that one. Okay, let's do back doors. As per usual. Check everything. Not that one. Oh, bollocks, there's a load of... Oh, there's a door there. Did I get that one before? I don't think I did I? No. Okay, right, we're just back around here. Yeah, it's all a bit awkward, because everything's generated at weird kind of angles. Right, well, we've done the back doors there. At least as many, I think, as we can. Hello. Anything else around here? No. More revolver ammo, though, which I will take. Can never have too much of it. Back doors. Back doors, back doors, back doors. No. Just a patriotic teapot. Hello. There we are. More patriotic crockery, and that there. Right, so that's that section done. We'll move on and do this side, and then we'll go over towards the west. Right. So, we're now in Cumley Bucket, which welcomes careful ramblers. There's going to be a lot of buildings, unless there's a separate village over there. I think we'll be okay. Right, front doors as usual. Clear these out. Nothing there. Down there. Oh, chocolate biscuits I will actually eat, because I can. Might as well do this one whilst we're at it. That door there as well. Nothing. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing there. Obviously we'll keep exploring on other islands as well. Right, backdoor time. Let's do that. Nothing in that one. Around hither. Oh, I know that's that building. What am I doing? Already checked the other door on that one. Nothing in that one. Okay. Back doors around this side, please. Okay. No. Mints. I'm not going to take those. Leave them there in case I start starving later on. More revolver ammo, though. Yes. Alright, well, nothing in this section of buildings over here. So now we're over on this side. And yeah, it looks like this down here, where we're facing on the map, is this final stretch of village over on this side, so then we can start heading over to the west and doing that section over there. Assuming, though, that there aren't any other... No, I don't think there are any other side streets that branch off, which can always be a bit of a problem, can't it? Right, front doors as usual. Sort these out. Follows. Nope, nothing there. Oh, marmalade. I'll have that, though. Scoop it out with my fingers in a very dirty and uncouth fashion. Right, let's go and do the back doors. Nope. Oh, man. I would love to see a Surrey being hunted too, now that I mention it. Imagine a Surrey being hunted game where you could go into the buildings, eh? Because obviously back in the day, 2013, the whole reason why Big Robot, the devs, made it so that you couldn't go in back doors was mainly just because of the fact that they didn't really have the expertise to make it happen. Because of course the problem with programming back doors into a game like this is then you have to design all the interiors of buildings, and it also raises questions about the robot behaviour, about their pathing, how do they behave with buildings, things like that. So do you make it the case that robots can follow you into buildings if they see you go in which case that potentially is going to require lots of nifty programming around their pathing, things like that? Or do you create sort of instanced interiors where when you opt to go into a building you have to go through a loading screen, in which case robots who are then following you don't follow you inside, if you get what I mean? Ah, yes. It's unfortunate, but whatever. Who knows? Maybe if there's ever a spiritual successor to this game, we'll see something in that regard. We don't know. I mean, then again, I suppose you could class, the Light Keeps Us Safe, Big Robot's latest title. I imagine you could probably class that as being the spiritual successor to this game, in a sense. Granted, obviously, it's not the same kind of comical feel, so Being Hunted's a lot more grittier and creepier, that game, but yeah, I mean, it's a very similar kind of game. Obviously you're evading robots in a environment like a sort of very rural environment, robots that want to kill you dead and all that. So yeah, man, The Light Keeps Us Safe no doubt has been through updates since I last played it. That's a game that I would love to come back to. The only reason I haven't done so already is just because at the time I was playing it, it didn't really get huge numbers of views. But having said that, you know, to be honest, to be brutally honest about my channel, I don't really get that much views anyway, typically. So I don't know really why I'm worried about that. Maybe I should just bite the bullet and do it, because I could always do it as bonus content, couldn't I? Right, maybe it's time to use up a bit of revolver ammo, because I'm fucking filling things up. Do I need to be carrying this fucking trombone with me? Probably not. Do I need the matchbook for lighting fires? I'll keep hold of it. In fact, I'll get rid of this trap as well, because I don't see any reason to be holding that. And I'll keep that. This is the trombone I think I want to dispose of. Anything else I can get rid of? I don't need the bottles, do I? What am I going to do with them? Nothing. Right, let's put the trombone away in here. Warple and Tat, you can have a free trombone. There you go. Right, so let us just clear out these back doors as well. Berries, no. Just makes a bit more space in my inventory, that's all. We've done the side door on that, yes. Okay, so we've done this area over here. So that is it for the villages on this side, so then we have to head back towards the west. Okay, right. So as we head back towards where Marker 2 is located, then we have to head over to the west, where there's a load of other villagey built-up areas to utilise. Okay, so yeah, we go this way, don't we? Hold on, where am I on the map? Yeah, we're heading back in the right direction, that's good. So Marker 2 is over this kind of direction. Okay, well as we're going over here, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wrap up this episode of Surrey Being Hunted here for the time being, and we'll continue on. I'll probably record the next episode actually straight away, because why the hell not? you can have it as one big recording session. We'll clear out the centre island in terms of letters and things in the next episode, because I think we can probably get all the remaining buildings and villages and whatever else have you done then, and then we'll move on to another island and we'll continue our search for books and whatever else have you. So yeah, okay, Facebook and Twitter links down below as usual, along with my propagandist channel if you're interested in that. In the meantime, of course, do not forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share my content with your friends on social media and all that jazz. But other than that, I'm signing off now. Goodbye, everybody. Oh. Wow. Testing out the dummy. Wow. What's it called? Detective turret? Wow. We've got defective turrets. Maybe I tried. Wow. Defective turret, that's what it says. I don't know why I said detective bullseye. Can I go through there? You didn't hit anything defective turret? Wow.